Hey, everybody, it is Thursday night. Hey, everybody, it's Thursday night. Helps to turn the microphone on. And we are back after the holiday week off. Hey, everybody, and with me on Tiki Business is Debbie. Hey, it's Thursday night. Helps.
Hello. Hi.
Or should I say Peggy?
Hey, if it can be screwed up, I can do it.
Hey, hear my voice once is plenty. We don't need to hear it twice.
I know.
How's everybody doing? How was your holiday? Yay. I am so happy to be back. We got so much to share with you. But let's introduce our lovely, probably the prettiest guest we've ever had. Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. Come on over.
Come here.
And our guest tonight is my lovely wife in her Hanukkah ugly Christmas sweater dress.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Debbie.
Come on in a little closer because they won't be able to hear you way back there. There you go.
Nothing really needs to be said.
Hey,
You
sweetie.
need to hear me.
Look how cute you are.
In case nobody knows, Staci's my girlfriend crush. I only have one, and it's her.
All right. So usually Debbie's got a little contest. We're going to do it at the top of the show because we figured out the question right before we went live. Debbie has this gorgeous jewelry she wants to give away. And so we're going to work the question into Jay's Tiki Talk. Who is my mug?
Don't ask me because I'm not that very good at
Who is my mug?
Is his name on it? Is that what you're holding?
Yes, his name is on it. That's why I'm holding it. Because my mug relates to our guest, and that'll be the contest. While we're waiting for actual answers, the rum I'm drinking tonight is my Florida's Mermaid rum, since my wife and I will end up in the Florida Keys eventually.
Nice.
You say since we will end up being mermaids.
Oh, no, we will not be mermaids.
Mermaids and mermen.
Merman, yeah.
So here come the guesses. Yeah, that's not an answer. Now, instead of typing that, Elisa, why didn't you Google it? Because you're going to help somebody else. It is not Dobby. It is not Kilroy. It is not I Love Staci's outfit.
That's always the answer.
But Lisa is on the right track, but we don't, that does not cut it.
I only know a couple Star Wars people. I'm old school Star Wars.
I have no idea.
Is it Boba Fett?
That is not Boba Fett.
That was my guess too. Well, his show's coming out pretty soon.
So Staci does have a Yoda mug tonight.
Well, I was going to use mine, but I picked something else.
That's weird.
Here. Just got to bring it in.
Oh, yes.
Oh. How would we say it in Yoda voice? Someone will come up with the answer. The answer you will find.
Answer you will have.
Yes.
You will have. The answer you will have. What's the question, Linda? What?
Who is this? Who is this? Who are you?
You told me and I already forgot.
So we'll someone will figure it out and then we'll pop up the answer. But in the meantime, our lovely guest will be chilling over there while Debbie and I do our segments.
And don't be surprised if I change my outfit if I get too hot.
Oh, yeah, do it on screen for us.
And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting.
Okay, wait a minute.
Boom, hold on. We got a winner.
Yay, Tina.
Max Rebo Band. That's Max Rebo, the leader. And that was not the band in the cantina. This is the band in Jabba's palace.
This is what I'm going to send you. So you have to reach out to me, give me your address. And the reason I'm doing this, we met a friend when we were doing Jason's class in Minnesota, Lynn's Couch Potato Boutique on Facebook. Every Wednesday night, I think it's 7 p.m. my time. I don't know, but she does a live show. And this jewelry is, I'm sorry, but it's not expensive. $5 for both. And then these earrings that I'm wearing. So I have 5 tackle boxes full of jewelry I bought from her. So it's time to give some of it away. So anyway, it's nickel free and lead free. So look for Lynn. And but you forgot to let me do my drink.
Oh shoot, sorry.
That's okay.
I realized we had to do mine at the top, but I forgot. It's a mug of Jason when he shaves. What?
I like that answer.
This is like me. Got beady black eyes.
Too funny.
So I see. Do I see a Bosco mug?
Wait, just for Janet, I have another piece of jewelry because that was a great answer.
All right, so Janet wins. Janet wins the runner-up prize.
These are all new. I haven't worn them, but I get free stuff from her sometimes. I'm like, I can't wear it. I only have one life. Okay, so who is my mug?
It's Bosco.
Yes. What number am I? No.
Yeah, boy, if I pulled that off. You were 72.
49.
Close.
49 of 300. I picked Frankie's because, of course, that's where we all hang out when we go to Vegas with Jason.
Oh, shoot. I think the anniversary is this weekend, speaking of.
So there's another new mug?
Yeah, every anniversary. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. Thanks for reminding me. It wasn't even on my mind.
Oh, my gosh. The times. And I'm going to give you a tip. Don't ever take a metal straw and drop it in one of these ceramic mugs because I busted the bottom out of one of mine. I'm like, what happened? Why is the bottom falling apart? And I have margarita. We were talking about that earlier. Pomegranate margarita.
Nice.
Okay, so.
All right, let's get to our scores there. Boom. What are these little things?
They're Skylander Activision figures. I've had them. Well, we're going deep tonight. We're going to our profit piles. And my tip for all of these things is I ended and relisted 250 old listings from like back 2014 through 2017. I ended them all. I relisted them all. Don't do 250 at once because it took me a while. Lowered the prices. And then I added a 20% sale on top of a lot of this stuff. And I pinned it all and stuff's selling like crazy. So price really does matter. It isn't just that maybe nobody wants it. So when I rechecked the prices sold on these, I dropped it down to, it's on 20%. I dropped the price down, I think $49, and then sold for $44.
Nice.
So I paid $9, I think, for this whole box of them. I didn't know what they were. They looked interesting. Now, this is the only thing that wasn't on my resale. Dungeons and Dragons book I had bought. Remember, about a year ago or two, I bought a whole stack of Dungeons and Dragons, and we're up to like almost $800.
Wow.
Out of that stack that I just stood in the corner and scanned away and paid $1 for each of them. So I think I have one left out of all that.
This is not a Tiki.
No. That would be funny.
No, I'm waiting to say that all day.
I love to find these stakeout studio art, school art. I love finding these. I've sold 2 and I still have another one. Just really rare. And boy, I had to put a warning because he's sharp in some parts of him inside his eyes and teeth. And I relisted, put it on sale and everything. And it finally sold. It's forever home. And the guy messaged us. He said, please wrap it carefully. He says, I get so many of this type of thing broken. I said, oh man, we're the pull noodle king and queen. Oh, we already got a feedback on it. Did you like it? And silver tabs, even these, I had to end. Like I said, everything now has been ended and relisted that you're going to see. Lower prices, pinned it on Pinterest, running my sale. So those sold for $26.99. See that little 20% off? It works. Bill wants me to go to 30, and I'm like, I'm a little greedy.
All right, speaking of Hanukkah, I sold my Happy Lamaka sweater.
Oh, that's awesome.
The Rabbi Llama for $28. And since I'm an equal opportunity, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, Christmas sweater. Hey, what movie is that from, Debbie? It's from the best Christmas movie of all time.
Oh, it's that shoot 'em up, kill 'em one.
Uh-huh.
With Bruce Willis.
Uh-huh.
What, Bill? Die Hard.
Yes, very good. And as you can see, this was sold in Great British pounds, so it's on its way across the pond right now.
Oh, congrats.
Okay, you'll see this again coming up in the shipping segment. This is a big Michael Goddard piece, 32 by 26, framed. I picked it up at a moving sale for $15. I sold it for $157. And yes, you will see it again coming up in the shipping segment.
I want to see that.
And then last week, I showed you my $1,000 Tiki mug sale. And, it seems almost sad that the next one I sold was $500. And I was like, oh, that's okay. But I just sold a $1,000 mug. So, you're doing good when a $500 mug sale is just like, oh, that's nice.
I was like, well, what do you think the difference was?
Well, that's what that one was worth. That's what this one's worth. So,
Oh, they're different. I was thinking.
Yeah. I know my prices. But
Oh, I know
yeah,
you
I've
did.
sold a lot of high-end mugs in the last couple of weeks.
Cool. Yeah, 5. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And that's like when you're out, you see somebody sold a mug for $79. We saw on Worth Point. We barely got 20 for ours. Why? It wasn't a Tiki mug. It was an alien coffee mug. But when you see the high price, you do. You stay right there. That's what I'm going to do. But usually you don't.
Whoops, I went to records first, but what the heck? Hey, California Raisins. We all know the California Raisins. And when you find their CDs, I think they're almost, if not all, they're all out of print, or most of them are out of print. So the CDs do well. But look, I found the record sealed at a thrift store for $2. And I sold for $26. So
that's old school.
Even on vinyl, it does quite well. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. I hope this is a joke that John's so far behind in movies he's never seen Die Hard from 30 years ago.
That's your assignment for this Christmas season, Christmas Day.
All right. Everyone should know Savage Garden from their one big hit, Deeply. But what I liked about this was it had the original $11 sticker on it. I bought it at a record store for $7, and then I sold it for $30 on Amazon. But look how some cassettes appreciated in value.
So that's not to be confused with Soundgarden.
No. Savage Garden is, that was a song that everyone danced at their wedding to when it came out.
Oh.
And then this was the cassette for Black Friday Record Store Day. I bought 5. I've sold 5, and they were $15. So boom, 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 boom. So
cool. Love
they don't have 5 hits. Police. There's no way that band has 5 hits.
Is there just on that cassette? Is it just that one song?
No, it's a whole song. It's a whole album.
But they're only known for their one song.
And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. But we know who's a fan. Hi, Bri.
Yes. We should have a DJ night with Brian, and he can play all his favorites. Salty's Christmas Calamity. It's a little kids CD, and it's been sent around forever, but it got relisted and it's sold finally. So see, price does matter. And when you sat on it for 3 years, you're not going to get more. So you might as well sell it.
Hey, it's sold, and that's what matters. All right, everybody. Strap in, because usually I do 4. I got 23 CDs to share with you. So strap in, because it's been 2 weeks.
Cheers.
We're going to talk about my courses that I still have on sale for y'all that haven't taken them yet. And so many good ones. But this is not all that I've sold in 2 weeks. I probably sold about 70 CDs in the last 2 weeks. Here's 23 of the best. This used to be a bolo, the Roaches Christmas album, We Three Kings. And then it wasn't. But I found it sealed in the used section for $5, and it sold for 20. So I always buy sealed stuff because they will command a higher price.
And that's not to be confused with Papa Roach.
No. Those are 3 girls who sing folk music.
Okay.
And then we're going to go from folk to reggae. Nadia Nice. This has been a pretty standard, good one for Christmas. $23. I paid $3 at my favorite little used bookstore in Fullerton. And this was from San Mateo. This was My Morning Jackets. We wish you a Merry New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's a little EP. Paid $3, sold for $24. And then how about the soundtrack to Scrooge, which I bought new at Amoeba Records in Hollywood for $10, and I sold it for $25. And then not just Christmas. How about good old Tina Turner, who went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this week or last week? Yeah. Paid $1, sold for $30. Now this one isn't worth $30 used, but I did find it sealed, so that's where I was getting good money for it. Good gosh. And now we'll go old school. Edie Gourmet. Edie Gourmet spent $2 at Savers and sold it for $30 on Amazon.
Nice.
Now, how about a box set? John Denver. Get all the John Denver songs you could ever want. I bought it for $8 and I sold it for $30. And I love digging through the soundtrack section. Captain Blood, classic film scores of Errol Flynn. $3 from Atomic Records in Burbank, California, sold for $30.
Nice.
All right, now we're into the adult part, the naughty part.
I remember this movie. I was a little girl, and everybody.
Yeah, Deep Throat was the first porn in mainstream movie theaters, and this is the music from it.
I didn't go see it.
It languished on Amazon for 2.5 years. It was like a Debbie listing, and then it's been on eBay since November 7th, and it's sold already.
So we know where all the porn
Yes.
people are. They're on eBay.
Yeah, so I spent $7 on it and sold it for $34.
Nice.
And then a little rockin' with Dockin'. I got this at the Idaho Record Exchange, Boise Record Exchange. Paid $4 whole. And again, it was sealed. So when you find these old these 90s CDs still sealed, people will pay big money for them. $35 for a Dockin' CD. And then this was the shocker. I just thought about this in the Secret Beach. This was the Christmas shocker this year. I passed one up, and then I saw a second one. I thought probably should look at it for whatever reason. And this is the hot CD of 2021. And it's not old. It came out like, I think 8 or 9 years ago, but it's out of print. And look at this. I've spent $8 from a record store in Tarzana, California. Sold it for $35. And I sold 2 this week.
Nice. Look how young he is.
So Glenn Campbell to boobies.
Yeah. I would say boobies alert.
I bought this new at Amoeba many years ago for $12. I listened to it on like a YouTube thing, and I'm like, it's good, but it's not blowing me away. So I put it up and I sold it for $39. So it wasn't even a used thing. I just bought a new out the racks.
Cool. Oh, is that
Weezer.
that's called listening for free?
Yeah, pretty much. This is a 2-song Christmas CD from 21 years ago. And I find it quite often. I haven't found one this year. I actually found this one last year, but it sold this year for $40.
Nice.
But wait, there's more. Whoops, I forgot what I was showing. There we go. Okay, Deb, I have no idea who this is. It looks like such a cheaply made cover, but I'd never seen it before. It was at a little record store in Silver Lake called Rockaway Records. It was $3. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. Boom, $50.
Nice.
I think it's reggae, but it's nothing I've ever seen nor heard before. Plus, the reason I really looked it up was I've been selling Christmas CDs online for 21 years. I've never seen this before. So in 21 years, I've never seen the CD.
You said reggae. I thought you were going to say, I think it's swing. To me, the cover looks like swing music.
When I haven't seen something, I'm like, I better look it up. And here's another one. I don't know what this is. Dirty Looks, Rip It Out. But I paid $1 and I sold for $54. See, you don't even got to know what you're selling just to enjoy good money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why we started scanning more.
All right, Cowboy Junkies. This is another one that languished on Amazon for about 3 years. I did pay $26 for it, but it sold for $60 on Discogs. So not my best CD of the week. We're getting there. How about some Eartha Kitt? $70 for Eartha Kitt. This is essentially just a 2 CD greatest hits. And I paid $5 for it.
Nice. It's so nice to still have all this good music.
Oh, Tammy, Weezer's not 21 years old. That CD is 21 years old. Weezer's like 30 years old now. So now I'll make you feel older, Tammy. All right. I've never been so exhausted talking about CDs. All right, this is the Blue Stingrays. Now here, I want to point out something. I bought this at the Boise Record Exchange for $6. And look, Deb, they put their dates on it. It has sat there. When I bought it, it had been sitting in the shelves for 1 year.
Wow. And
so that tells me no one who watches Thrifty Business or is in the Thrifty Board or the Secret Beach lives in Boise, because there's no way you'd leave good $6 CDs in the racks for a year, because it sold for $75 in like a week of being listed on Discogs. 1 week.
Yep. Every time I see people now, like when we met you at Rasputin the other day to give something to you, and I thought, I wonder if all these people watch Jason. They all know he's coming today, so they're all going to be here to out shop him. And I do have a rule I share with people. When I'm meeting friends somewhere, like Jason's our CD, I do not go in the store and buy ahead of him. And if I did, last time I gave you the basket and say, hey, I picked all this out for you.
See? Savage Garden at the wedding as a wedding song.
Oh.
All right, this is another one. Sat on Amazon for 3 years. It's a Creedence Clearwater Revival box set. I did pay $25 for it, but I moved it to eBay, sold in like put it on November 10th, sold in like 2.5 weeks. And as you can see, it's sold in Australian dollars, so it's sold directly to Australia, $103. So a good $25 investment. Still not my best CD of the week.
Wow.
It's my David Bowie. Now, Deb, I want you to ask me, say,
No,
Jay,
wait, no.
are
Hurry, run to the thrift store because I saw this CD at Opportunity House the other day. You got to go get it for us.
All right, Deb, I want you to ask me how many songs are on this CD.
Probably one.
Well, ask me.
Oh, ask you. Jason, how many songs are on this CD?
One.
Oh, I was right. Do I win a prize?
And not like 3 versions of one song. One song, but it does have the video. And what's awesome was I bought it online for $30 and it had the original sticker. This CD was $7.99 when it came out. And this past week, I sold it on Amazon for $125.
High five. Oh, there we are. High five.
But wait, that's only 22 CDs. Am I forgetting something?
Hey, wait! Hold up! Don't forget about me!
Whoops! Now it's time for Staci's Budget Bin Scores. Okay, this is one Staci picked out, and I wasn't in the budget bin technically, but she picked up I, Tonya, which is a movie that came out like 3 years ago. It's not old. And she goes, I think this is a winner. I go, there's no way. This movie's 3 years old. She goes, I'm serious. It is. We paid $4. We listed it on Monday. Here we are on Thursday. It's already sold for $30.
Good job, Staci.
So, boom. That's kind of what we're talking about tonight. We've talked about it in the past. If you can get your partner involved, it really helps your bottom line.
Can I show? Are you done with your CDs? All your CDs now?
Let me check. No. Whoops.
Go ahead.
I had one out of order. Sorry.
Go ahead.
How about Roger Waters? And who's he the lead singer of?
Pink Floyd?
Yes, very good. Ta-da. $85. Now look, what I just showed you was 2 weeks of my best stuff. And behind that is 2 weeks of my medium stuff too. There, it's not so exciting to show $15 CDs, but those all add up.
Yes.
And so in the last 2 weeks, I mean, I've done $1,000 in CD sales in the last 2 weeks.
That's like a Disneyland annual pass thing.
And that's why I teach these classes. So if you've never taken my classes, it was a Black Friday to Cyber Monday deal, but I was so busy sourcing on the road with Stace, I didn't really get a chance to promote it. So we're going to let it go for a week.
Good.
You get flipping CDs 1 and 2 for $99.99. Now look, I just showed you CDs for $80, $125. I sold $1,000 in the past week or two. You find one good CD that pays for the whole class, just one. And
even if it takes 2 or 3, so what? You still
right. But after that, it's all pre or profit. And flipping CDs 1 and 2 is about 6 hours of actionable content. What I mean by that is if you watch it and take your notes and go do it, actually create action, go out to the stores, you will make that money. You will pay for the class easily. And then it's just added profit into your bottom line every single week. As my mom said earlier today, she sold 4 CDs this week.
I sold 1.
And you sold 1. But see, everyone can do it. So go to jasonthrifts.com/cyber2021. I'll pop the link in the chat here in a second. And then also, I have a deal. Once you go in there, I have a deal for the full Monty, meaning flipping cassettes and flipping vinyl. If you want the whole kit and caboodle, and that's like about 12 hours of content, I've got that for you. And then also there's a deal for the Secret Beach if you've been waiting to join. So you've got this week to sign up, get your flipping CDs, if nothing else, because let me tell you, they're easy to sell, they're easy to ship, and they make you money. What were you going to say, Deb?
I can't remember. I wanted to show. We just went the other day. Anybody who knows Hawk Nelson, they're a Christian mellow rock band that my daughter was just in love with them. I picked this up. And I haven't sold it yet, obviously not listed yet, but people have this listed for $84. This little cardboard sleeve. So, I don't know, maybe I'll get 40 for it, but hey, I know Hawk Nelson. So as soon as I saw it, I grabbed it to scan it. And talking about your class, you buy this class ticket, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else. I mean, yeah, people can go through eBay and check on solds, but you're learning much more than that when you take these classes. I mean, way back, because of Jason teaching us CDs, I picked up a kid's CD for 50 cents. in San Jose by eBay headquarters and sold it for $125 3 days after Christmas. It was a special 2 CD, different weird sound system thing. I don't know what it was, but it sold for $125. So
now Jess said, for whatever reason, I don't retain music info. Now it helps. And what I got in my brain, no one else has. But yeah. I teach you how to scan, what to look for, how to read what you scan. Staci doesn't know a tenth of the crap that she scans for me, but she knows what to read. And then she goes, here you go.
Couldn't be easier.
It can be done. It'll be the best $100 you'll ever spend because
tax write-off.
Yeah, tax write-off. Every thrift store, every garage sale, every antique store, and 1,400 record stores around the country are waiting for you to come get the good shit to make money with.
And estate sales, because everybody.
Oh, do I have a typo in the address? Shoot, what's the typo? Oh yeah, I misspelled thrifts. Whoops. Hold please. I'll re-put the link in. Spelled properly. Yes. Spelling helps.
It's that mermaid rum he's drinking.
All right, that link should work. But if you've got any questions about it, hit me up afterwards, and I will be happy to help you. Sadly, not everything is good. And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Okay, these two duds are from the vintage corner of Debbie's thrift store.
What?
I think this was from 2014. It's 3D. I thought it was gorgeous. You know, it's so cute. You pay like 50 cents to $1 for a mug. So I did my magic on it, and it sold for $10.99. He's so cute. But
and I misspelled my link again. All right, third time's a charm, right?
No. Oh, let me see. What am I seeing? I see thru.
Yeah.
Staci.
Okay. All right. So, Joe, how's that? Did I get it right this time?
Yes. And Mickey Mouse. I mean, this tie's been around forever, and I think I had it for like 18. So it wasn't like I took a huge amount. I didn't go half or anything, but with the lowering the price and the 20% off, he finally went to his forever home.
Yay.
I noticed, and I know Nadine mentioned this too, coffee mugs aren't selling as well and neckties, but I think too price matters. I mean, I'm a cheapo, so if I'm going to buy a used mug, I want it to be for $9.99. So, but I priced my used mugs at $29.99. So.
All right, you have seen this more than once on Duds of the Week, begging someone to buy it. After 3 years, it finally sold today. I paid $16. It sold for $18. So I'm not even sharing another dud. This is the one big dud of the entire last 2 weeks. There it is. One gigantic dud, but it's gone.
That's good. And I would say I don't like the Oregon Ducks because we're
it's out here. Bye. And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers. All right. Eisenach, Germany. And the reason we teach this segment, someone in Eisenach, Germany needed a vintage satin Miami Dolphins jacket. That's why you list your stuff worldwide, because you never know where it's going to end up. And look, this was a giveaway, Deb. Compliments of Ownings Corning Fiberglass.
Nice.
Can you imagine they used to give away full jackets?
That's better than what the gas stations gave away.
People get excited for the terrible towel or a foam finger. There was a moment in time when you got a full satin jacket. We went to a game. Holy cow. But someone in Germany needed that this week. So that's why. That's why we teach you. Please list everywhere, because you never know where your stuff's going to end up.
And remember, support our troops, because they are around the world and they're shopping on eBay. So it could have been a soldier or somebody in the military.
Oh, no. It was definitely a German name.
Oh, well, German people are in our we have military as German names.
And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping.
Okay. I know a lot of you are not going to agree with me, but that's okay. This is for those of us who do agree with me. I do not like shipping things and packing peanuts, because when they come out, the peanuts go everywhere. And I've told you years ago, I had a horrible experience. They were going down the neighborhoods. I had to go to killing up our cul-de-sac and everything. And so we put them in Ziploc bags. That way they're contained. You can stuff them, push them all the way around. You're still using your packing peanuts. And when your buyer pulls it out, it doesn't go everywhere. The baby's not eating it. The cat's not chasing it around and eating it. So that's my shipping tip. And you can do different size Ziploc bags, if you got little things. And then the buyer can very conveniently reuse those shipping peanuts in those Ziploc bag. There.
We would never get along on a shipping table.
I know.
So I unfortunately forgot to take pictures. I'm a dummy. We were leaving for this trip we're about to talk about. And I mean, we were in the driveway and I heard a cha-ching and this sold. And neither one of my team, my new assistant Monica and my teenager Zoe, had ever shipped art before, but I had pre-packed it most of the way. So my tip is when you're doing art, art's the one box that you have to have the right box. Like I can Frankenbox shit all day long for anything else really, but art has to have that right size box. So I had pre-packed this and I had my pool noodles all ready to go on it. Had the blue tape on the front. So it was ready, but still had to be, I still had to wrestle it on the scale and get the right measurements and stuff. But when you do art, have the box, take your pictures, get it loaded so you know the measurements and the weight. And that's the one rare time I say weigh and measure your stuff ahead of time.
Yes.
Because art's a finicky bitch.
Yeah, that's good. Wow, Becky Dick been going on to an online auction spending all her money.
She's just practicing for when the snow flies hardcore in the next 2 weeks in Ohio. Yeah, I saw Becky's. She sent art out west this week. So yeah.
Yep.
That's coming up in January in the Secret Beach, Kevin. Matter of fact, it's like you could read the future, Kevin. It's the future.
Nice.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing.
Okay, when you're outsourcing, make sure that you're comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. Because sometimes I'll scan something and it has free shipping on it. So I have to figure out how much is this item going to cost me to ship it? Do I really want to buy it? So you can see these two examples. The top one, almost the same amount, 3 books less, sold for $71, but with free shipping. So they're losing $1.31 per book because they're paying for the shipping versus the one on the bottom. And I picked these books as a shout out to Andrew. Is that Aaron's twin brother? He sold this set of books for $149. Time Life 2/3. Yay!
Yay!
So anyway, make sure that when you're scanning, include free shipping? Did that sold price include free shipping or not? And a set of books is heavy. So, if it's a small little item that's not going to cost you very much, then you might consider going with free shipping anyway. So, yeah.
All right, my thrifty tip is going to go blend right into my online tip too. So here we go. Let me take this off for a second. Do you know what this is, Debbie?
Oh, it's the famous picture we're all looking for, but I don't know the name of it.
Yes, this is called Pearl of Wisdom by August Holland. I think this is the 5th one I have found over the years.
Oh my gosh, and I haven't found one.
Yeah, and so here's how I found it. When you have a specialty, obviously mine is paper doilies. When you have a specialty, Tiki mugs, search for it 3, 4, 5, 7 times a day on eBay, on Mercari, on Facebook Marketplace, because you never know when a good deal is going to pop up. Yesterday, I hopped into eBay to see what's what, and I see this listing. 1960s frame MCM Tiki art, Pearl of Wisdom, August Holland. C notes. So, and the price was only $150, and this sells for a lot more. I'm going to show you how much more in a minute. And I'm like, okay, I expect the notes to say, but there's a lot of damage. Here's the note. See if I can get it up here. I guess I can't. Hold, please. Make offer. I am on vacation in Las Vegas and cannot bring this back with me. Will be shipped from Las Vegas before I leave. Must pay by 5 o'clock today. We leave tomorrow. So they weren't even thinking about someone local. They were thinking about anyone who would buy it, and that's why they put a discounted price on it. We got to ship this sucker out of Vegas today. So I hit her up. I go, hey, I'm local. I sent her an offer. She accepted. I go, hey, can you get rid of the shipping? I'm local, and I'll meet you anywhere. And so we did. It was all good. And my mom's never found one.
So then my question is, did she find this while she was in Vegas on vacation?
Yes, they found it at a estate sale. They said it was in a little old lady's house in the closet.
Oh my, check the closet, everybody.
Now, how do I know what it's worth? Well, look at this. It's sold on eBay for at some point less than $575. Okay. And so then it's time for. And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling. So, Debs, when you see a line through it, you can still find out how much it actually sold for. All you do is copy the title, go over to Terapeak, paste the title, and it shows you what it really sold for. So the last one sold for $425. I bought this one for $120.
Amazing. See how the universe looks out for you?
But
that's crazy.
You got to search your specialty multiple times a day. And then you got to know how to make sure you're paying the right price by using Terapeak to show what a accepted offer was. And now I'll put this up for sale. Now there is a little bit of damage. I've sold other damaged ones before, nothing major, but I'll probably sell mine for like $350.
Nice. Somebody's getting a good deal, and somebody can't find one like us.
Yep. And Elisa found one. She got hers for $75.
Jeez. I live in the wrong part of the country. No, we're not moving back to Washington, Bill. I didn't. That's not what I meant. Okay. My online selling tip is some of you may have saw that we sold 2 of something on Bonanza that we only had 1. We edited eBay to make sure that it just showed 1 quantity, but it didn't pick that up on Bonanza. So somebody bought 2 of an item, which I only had 1 of. I could have sold ours, but we didn't have the original box. So from now on, when I edit content, a quantity, I don't do a lot of multiple quantities, but when I do, and if I edit on eBay, I'm going to run right over to Bonanza and I'm going to click on the listing, in my booth, click on edit, go down and verify that quantity is 1. Then I would, the gal was really nice, and I refunded a whole bunch of money and I shipped it to her for free because we inconvenienced her. But I'm never going to let that happen again. So even though Bonanza is supposed to be syncing, and it had been days, maybe even 2 weeks since we had edited on eBay, and it was still showing 2 on Bonanza. So here's how to go and make sure you edit those.
Pam wants to know if I'm using safe searches. No, Pam, because that's too slow. Safe searches come up once a day. So I just pop in there and I just type the word Tiki minus Barber, because I don't want to see Tiki Barber crap, and because he's a football player. And then I just look at everything live, and I do that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. Actives and solds. And the reason I check the solds is I want to see what's hot, because if I got something sitting on a shelf that's going to be listed someday, if it got hot all of a sudden, I want to get it up. So check your specialty, what you know the best, to check it many, many times a day.
So look for Margin of Safety, the original, not the second copybook of it. It's worth like $750. But you could still have a saved searches for it.
Oh, I do, but they're slow. I mean, you get them once a day.
Right. So if you fell asleep for a couple hours and woke up, your saved searches, you're still going to find it.
And now it's time for Unseasonably Sold. What did you sell out of season? Yeah, I finally got one. Who buys an Elvira Halloween CD 3 weeks before Christmas? My customer, that's who. So paid $1, sold for $24. So list those Halloween CDs too, because you never know when someone wants a Halloween CD.
Don't hold anything back. List
No. But this shows you someone needed a Halloween CD in the month that we're all selling Christmas CDs.
Yep. Christmas.
Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're angry, and sometimes they're just plain weird. Now it's time for the feedback of the week. I love yours, Deb.
Me too. Except I found this at a little thrift store on our way to Lake Tahoe that is now gone, but I think I paid $1. We had it listed for $125 because I couldn't find it anywhere. There's 13 people on Discogs that want this. It's probably all the band. So we got an offer for $70, and she told us my husband wrote one of the songs, and I thought, yeah, right. I don't believe you, but I'm going to go ahead and let you buy it for $70 because it had sat through, I think, 2 Christmases already anyway. But she even gave his name, Guamba. So I looked him up. I don't know if it's the same one, but yeah, he's a musician. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. And so it made me feel good. And they don't live too far from us either, because this was a Sacramento event thing. So yeah, it was fun. I'm glad they got it and they like it.
Okay. I liked yours, but I love mine. My last feedback to you made you laugh because I put just as described, and I told you that I didn't know what to say. You told me this would have been better. This was the most awesome eBay in the history of time, and shipped this badass fabric so fast, I thought I was going backwards in time.
Oh
It's going to go with the transportation baby quilt I'm making. That's her whole feedback, because on some other show, obviously a viewer, she just put as described.
That's awesome.
And I giggled about that, and now she wrote the big thing.
And that's why we're happy they gave us extra characters and feedback, so we can have some fun.
This I loved. You know, the people that fretted about the extra characters, I haven't had a problem. I haven't seen one where it's been a problem yet. So, you know, hasn't been that big of a deal. All right. Mom's back. I'm back. Sunday. My mom was trying to list on Etsy and couldn't figure it out. She got stumped. So she got to one part and she couldn't get past it. So guess what? We're going to list an item on Etsy on Sunday. So we can help mom get over the stump. Oops. And I just remembered I didn't download it yet. Next week's guest. There it is. Boom. Okay. Hold, please. Nadine was so nice to get this to me quick today. Download.
You didn't tell me we had a guest for next week.
Yeah, surprise. You're being surprised right now.
Okay, good. That's a worry. Less worry I have to worry about. I'll do the next week.
There we go. You know, most of you should know Tony Boss. He runs the Complete Reseller, one of the few other groups I recommend because they don't put up with nonsense and bad info. But he sells a lot of music, and so we are going to talk selling Christmas music on eBay. It is still not too late. I sell Christmas music every day through January. Every single day I'll sell Christmas music through January. So we want you still to find it, and we are going to talk about it next week.
I'm so excited because I actually had Tony in my mind of thinking I should have him on the show soon.
Right, come on, baby. Let's get our guest in here. We got to do a little finagling. Get the pearl of wisdom out of the way. If I sink my chair down a little bit, I can move to the right. Boom.
Oh, good. She's still dressed.
Oh, yeah. She's still in her.
It's cold here now, so it feels nice and cozy.
Oh, good.
Oh, here.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Business special guest of the week. Oh, dang. There it is. Hi, it's Staci.
Hi, Staci.
Hi.
What's happening, honey?
Nothing.
Oh,
shock.
Shock.
Well, that must have been some cake.
And you finally showered today. You smell good.
I was too busy.
Oh, so good. You know, Nicole, I haven't listened on Etsy in a while, so I will practice this weekend, and then we'll do it together on Sunday.
Yeah, it's
nice. 3 Christmas CDs this week. All right. Road tripping for fun and profit. It can be done. It can be fun, and you can make money. And if you can walk the line between doing it too much and then, you know, not having fun, you can bring someone along with you.
And I'm glad you're doing this now because people may not do it for this Christmas, but this is good to plan for this next year, 2022. Plan out some of these road trippings.
So every year for the past, how many years now? 100?
Since I've known you.
Yeah.
At least 50.
And I used to do it this coming weekend, and then I backed it up to Thanksgiving Day weekend.
Yeah, it used to be the first weekend in December, and it was just LA.
Yep. And then I added San Francisco. And what I do is I go in, I hit all the record stores, I go to their Christmas section when it's just come out, and I find all the good stuff, and then I sell it like you saw tonight. And then I bumped it up to Thanksgiving Day weekend because they added a record store day on Black Friday. And so if I get in line at the first record store that I'm going to be shopping at anyway, then we can buy cool records and this year Aerosmith cassettes. And then we get that little bump. And then when we drive from the first record store to the second, Staci's now driving, and I am listing the records I just got. And so they're selling as we pull into the next record store. They're already selling. So that's where you got to have that cohort, that
wingman.
Yes.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Staci is so cute driving that Raptor. When they pulled into the parking lot, I'm like, she's just so cute. She looks so small behind that big truck.
Cute, but watch out because
I
still can't park very well.
Yeah, that's okay. My husband can't either.
Yeah, parking was quite an adventure. Watch her trying to park the big beast.
That's why she moved, because you first parked over there, and then they came and moved closer to us. But hey, she did it.
All right, so you've got to balance the fun with the work, because if you've never done CDs yet, when you hit 13 stores in 3 days and you're doing a lot of this, flipping through the CDs, it's fun the first like 2.5 stores, and then by the last store on day 3, it's not fun. It really becomes work by the last store. I hate CDs by the last store because I've just flipped through like 12,000 in the last 3 days. So we start off a little fun, and we start off at one of the greatest tiki bars in the country.
Swamp water.
What?
Strong water.
Yes.
I always call
Is it called Swamp Water?
There should be a bar called Swamp Water. That'd be cool.
Right, but we want to give our friends some love. We don't want to miss the
I was
name.
going to say the right name eventually.
I mean, look, Deb, look at the accents to the drinks. I mean, they go all out with their accoutrement.
we can't really tell because the other one, it's like a ship.
Yeah.
The orange rind is like the sails.
So here's what was sitting next to us. So I took a little artistic photo, and then boom, look at that. It's a little ship.
It's a ship.
That is so cool.
And so Strong Water is in Anaheim. It's owned by our friends. We sat, Deb, you want to check this out for a Thrifty encounter? We get seated by the hostess in the same 2 seats we sat in exactly 2 years to the day earlier when they opened, the night they opened.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
the night before Thanksgiving.
So she didn't know she was sitting us there. And when she sat us down, I go, oh my God, these are the seats we sat in 2019,
That
the
is
day
so
they
awesome.
opened, and became instant friends with them. And so it was so great to be back and supporting our friend's bar. And it's an amazing bar.
Road trip, Bill. We were there last year, but we got to sit out on the outside seating, which is on the road, and there were cars going 35 miles an hour past us. And I was like, is it really safe out here? Strong Water.
So Mark wants to know, did you come visit us in Fresno? Now, Mark, normally we would. Fresno and Modesto have 2 Rasputin record stores that are usually on the list. But thanks to stupid COVID, they're not open on certain days, and it couldn't work into the thing. So some of the stores we like are closed 2 days a week. Some are closed 3 days a week now. The hours are shortened. So it was a little trickier making the schedule this year. So we did not stop in Fresno. Hello, balmy Chicago. Kevin doesn't know how we're still standing after all that CD thrifting. It was pretty good this year. There's some years where I'm miserable. It's not too bad. Do you check CDs or everything?
But I will say, to your point, Kevin, I was actually looking forward to the 8-hour drive back just because I knew I'd just be able to sit in the car, even though I drove most of it. But yeah, it takes its toll a little bit.
All right. So Pam, one of the things you learn in my classes is here's how you check CDs. Okay, that's it. I do not have time to listen to everything I buy. It would take me 57 years, 24 hours a day to listen to everything I've bought and sold. So it's all about eye grading it and visualize.
But I think she was asking, do you just check CDs? But no, you go for everything, LPs and cassettes,
Cassettes,
and music books.
Yep, we check for it all. Okay, so the next day, where the real fun comes in, Thanksgiving Day, ain't no record stores open. So what do? You spend it at Disneyland. Now, the next picture I'm going to show you will mean more to people who've been to Disneyland, but just to show you how nutty it is, they have a kick-ass Star Wars ride called... Yes.
Rise of the Resistance.
I'm handing these things to you, and you're
What is Rise of the Resistance?
Oh.
So they used to have what's called a virtual line where you would at 7 a.m. go, I want to ride this ride. And then at some point during the day, they'd say, okay, go over to the ride. They went to traditional line. This is us walking past it. This is at opening. The line's 5.5 hours.
This is the line for the ride?
Yeah. So here's where the line goes. Okay. If you know Disneyland, this will make more sense. This is the far side. The X is where the ride is. So the line went all the way through Star Wars Land, all the way down into Frontierland, past Big Thunder Mountain, all the way through Frontierland, around the lagoon into New Orleans Square.
I've never seen a line like that at
I
Disneyland.
think it was even further up.
You think it got all the way
I think it
to
got a little
Haunted
further.
Mansion?
I think it did.
Yeah. 5.5 hours. It was insane. We didn't ride that day because we just ridden it 2 weeks ago.
I just go on YouTube and look for the ride because people put the rides on. That's how I would do it. When I saw that picture, I thought that was the rope drop. In the morning when Disneyland first opens, everybody lines up at the rope and they drop the rope so you can go in. And I thought I didn't know there was a 5-hour wait for this ride.
The ride's a decently long ride.
Oh my gosh.
part of
Kids
it's like
would
a
be
whole
screaming.
experience.
It's a whole experience, at least 5
So-
minutes. Yeah.
I was gonna say the whole thing was like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, maybe.
But the cool thing, am I stepping on your
What?
next line? The other ride in Star Wars Land, which is called something else,
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run, with the line, it wasn't even a line. I mean, by the time you basically just walked right on because everyone was in line for the other thing. So that was a bonus.
Got to work it.
Elisa, they do not have Genie Plus at Disneyland. That's why the line is 5.5 hours long. If they had it, it wouldn't be 5.5 hours long.
That's the thing they're going to be getting.
But I want to, we don't have a picture of this, but see this little bridge right here? So this is where you leave Disney, Star Wars Land, which is called Galaxy's Edge, and you head in Frontierland. So 2 times ago, Staci and I are walking that way into Frontierland.
Oh, you're not going to tell this.
And hold please. Hold please. Whoops, going the wrong way. See, I haven't done this in so long, I don't know where the hell the graphic
What are
is.
you doing?
There it is. And now it's time for Close Encounters of the Thrifty Kind. So we had a Close Encounters in Disneyland, right at that spot right there. A woman comes chasing us down.
And we hear, I heard at least, like, excuse me. So I'm thinking that somebody's trying to, maybe somebody dropped their wallet or somebody's trying to get to somebody. Not thinking it was us. Continue.
No, go ahead.
And she runs up to us, like past us a little bit so we'd see her. It's not like she, touched us or anything. And said, my husband and I are thrifters and we watched your show and we saw you and I had to, is it okay if we get a picture? I had to come get you and get a picture with you guys. And she even wanted me in the picture. I thought that was funny because she was a lot of breath, so I don't know how long she was chasing us.
Because once we realized she was
So
trying
now
to talk to
you're
us,
watching.
we're like, oh, us?
I just assume we see somebody run right by, but
We were just lollygagging along, not realizing that was for us.
Oh, you're rock stars. I love this picture.
All right. Is there a reason you're not having fun in this picture, my love?
because even though I know it's disgusting, I had to taste the blue milk again. Every time I don't know if I think maybe it's going to taste better or my expectations are lower. So I had to try it again.
Was it good? Was it better?
No, it's awful. It's like, first of all, you shouldn't call it milk. And I think that's the problem because milk tastes like milk. This is like
Sour milk?
it's almost like a bomb pop was mixed in with some milk and then like with maybe some more ice because it's not it's too sweet and tart to be milk. It just doesn't go together.
It just needs
Yes.
a ball. It needs a little
Yes, they have
ball.
green milk too, and I like them both. And funny, at least as I thought it was gonna be Chewbacca. We saw Chewbacca at Galaxy's Edge this time.
Did
And
you take a picture?
we've never seen Chewbacca before.
Never.
Have you ever gotten pulled off over by the stormtroopers? They
We have
grabbed
not.
they grabbed me when we were in there. My niece was talking and they took me off and I'm like, what's going on? I knew it was a play and everything. And then I finally asked them, can I go now? And they shot me and did all this stuff and off I went.
So
Let's back up on the milk thing. So because I saw Lisa's comment. So you can get the milk just outside at the milk stand. But then if you go into the bar, they serve it, but they serve it with a cookie.
and
What
the
was that cookie?
the cookie
The
is
cookie was
awesome.
amazing.
It's got a bantha on it. That's for you Star Wars nerds. And I thought it was going to be more
Chewy. Right?
chewy
So like a softer.
and frosting, but it was hard and
Yeah.
it was good.
Almost not like a ginger snap. I don't know.
But it
But
was awesome.
the cookies is the only good
But
part
you can
of
only get the
milk.
cookie if you're the blue
If you
milk
go- in the bar.
in the
You
bar.
can't get it outside.
Good to know.
And Staci and I like hanging out in Oga's bar. That's why I brought this out tonight. because they make an amazing margarita called
Margarita time.
It's black salt.
no, God, I'll think of it. But during Christmas time, if you've never been to Disney, they do add Christmas treats. So here were some Christmas treats we had.
Oh, that's not the cookie that came with the milk?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Mine was a gingerbread, which was good because I don't like real sweet stuff, and it didn't have a ton of frosting on it, so that was good. And then his was that stuff?
Great.
It's called
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious.
Gray stuff, and it was actually not bad.
They got all the Christmas lights up, and courtesy of Strong Water, we snuck cocktails in.
Oh,
There is Navy jet pilots in those water bottles.
jet pilots are my favorite.
So
So
crazy.
smell it?
Is that like a hack? Is that called a hack? Disney lets you bring in like bottles and drinks of anything. They don't check them or nothing. I mean, people, because you see people coming in with their Starbucks and they think they have to chug them, and the security people are like, no, it's fine. So we're like,
And then we ended the day of Disney fun at Trader Sam's, where we've ended a couple other Thanksgiving nights.
I look tired.
Well, we were at the park all day, and
But you're smiling.
yep. And Thursday night, Thanksgiving night, is not super busy at Trader Sam's, so that's a little trick. Yes, Outer Rim. Thank you. God, I couldn't think of it.
How
And
late?
the Outer Rim has the black salt on it
I'll see.
because it's a margarita.
And it's like a pomegranate margarita, I think, right?
Yep.
That's what I have right now.
Pomegranate margarita.
juice. Yes, I put my pre-mixed margarita with some pomegranate juice because pomegranate juice is so healthy for us. How late was Disneyland open on Thanksgiving night?
Midnight. Yeah.
Did you see
Regular hours.
fireworks? Did they have
Well, it was so windy, the Santa
Oh.
Ana's kicked up that the first night in the hotel, we didn't have power from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. and no fireworks that night. And then the night we were there on Thanksgiving, we were all lined up. They're like, fireworks might not happen, but they might. So at 9 o'clock, they're like, sorry, it's windy. And we just hightailed it over to the Tiki bar.
Take that.
All right. So fun's over for now. And then we're off. So this is store number 1. We had 4 stores in LA. This is in what's known as the Valley, the way west side of the Valley, Tarzana. Then we moved to Sherman Oaks, which is the real Valley from like Valley Girl. And then on to Burbank, where they make all the TV shows, and then on to Hollywood. And as you can see, Stace's photobombing in the background. And this is where having
That's odd. I never do that.
this is where having 2 people come in handy. What was I doing when we pulled in? I was doing something specific.
You were talking to your team.
Oh, yeah.
And then you were buying stuff to flip.
Yes. So I was talking to my assistants back here. And so we pulled in. I go, Stace, go hit the line. Because I was in the middle of working. And then there was a Black Friday sale on Tiki mugs I was going to flip. So when you have 2 of you and you need to get in the line, it helps. Go get the other person in line. And then I finished working. I joined Stace in line. There was a moment where I had to go potty, so she stayed in line. I walked across the street to McDonald's, and then she wanted to get a little exercise in, so she walked the block a couple times. And that's how you make a line go faster. You don't both just stand there like this.
Yeah, I'd fall asleep if I did that. Elise posted the recipe for that margarita.
Now, where was your Google skills when we were asking the question? Because your Google skills have been on point the rest of the show.
Yeah, she woke up.
I thought you said it had
Margarita.
margarita, it had pomegranate in it.
Well, that's what it said. I didn't make that
It must be the acai.
So, yeah. Thanks, Elise. I'm going to make
So we bought the records from Record Store Day, and then we actually bought them, put them in the cards, got the vinyl out of our way, then went back in and crushed the music section. And then Stace drives, and I take pictures and list as we go throughout LA. And then we work hard through the rest of the trip. And then we finish, because of what we love, we finish every single night at a Tiki bar. And that way, Staci has this goal. Like I could sort through music for 10 hours a day. It wouldn't bother me. But I know that my helper has this window of where she's good at it, but that's you have to know your partner's window.
Yes.
And I've gotten pretty good at it. Like you haven't been like this in a while.
No.
So you did good.
Plus, I also send him voodoo vibes for him to be like, okay, it's time to go.
Elisa
So far, that
missed that
works.
part on the drink. So yep. She said,
Ah.
I'm lazy. I forgot that part.
Oh.
I'm so lazy. I copied the whole ingredients but one.
I don't like pomegranate, so I'm not putting it on.
And let me tell you, Deb, this was the most amazing weather weekend we've ever had. After the winds went away, the winds sucked. It ruined a lot of stuff. But 65 in LA was 70 in San Francisco. I'm like, I've never had such good weather doing this weekend trip ever.
I think it was warmer in San Francisco than it was here when we were there.
And my mom was getting
very
4
close.
inches of snow, and
Mhm.
we were in San Fran. It was 70 degrees.
That is rare for San Fran too, because
I wore shorts in San Francisco. So that's
Yay, well, welcome to California.
No fog. I mean, it was crazy. I'm like, I've never seen San Fran that nice. And we've been there many, many times. I mean, we've been there with you where we all had to go buy sweatshirts because it was so brutally cold.
Yep.
It was crazy.
You never know. You have to pack everything.
Mhm.
Okay. I want to show this picture because I want you all that have yet to take my classes to understand the magnitude of what's happening out in the record stores. If you think cassettes and 8-tracks are a thing of the past, the thing circled to the right is an 8-track from 2021.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They're back.
She's an artist named St. Vincent, and she put out her new album on 8-track just for fun. But look, it's worth $50. Now look at the 2 cassettes. They're Billie Eilish cassettes. The one on the left from 2017 and the one on the right from 2018, and they're $50 each. So it
Wow.
is not just CDs. It is not just records. It's cassettes. It's 8-tracks. And for those of you who want to take it to the next level and get the whole full Monty, we talk about all this, records and cassettes and everything. But look, they have a whole glass display case in Amoeba Records of out-of-print tapes.
Wow.
So I hope I have shown you enough now that you're like, I should probably get into this music thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. And what
You
I
know-
love, Jason doesn't just research on Wikipedia, wherever, or Solds and get this information. He's walking it and talking it. And he's out there hustling it all the time. Like you see this trip as long as I've known you, about 12 years now, I think.
Yeah, we
Every
saw some reel to
Thanksgiving.
reels, Brian, but we were hustling and we couldn't stop and look at them. I go, look, reel to reels, and I kept moving.
Yeah, where was that?
Yeah, because there was like 5 or 6, and I just didn't have time to look.
It may have been that last day when we were running a little behind schedule.
Yeah. Plus, also, when you go to bars, most bars nowadays, or a lot of bars, popular bars, you got to make a reservation. So that kind of sets your work day too. We have to be done, or you can do it with dinner, obviously. We just prefer cocktails. Who needs food? You have to be done by this time. And so the person helping you, who it isn't their life, they know, okay, 6:30, we're going to be at this bar having cocktails. So
Yeah, my watch, I had my alarm set. Time to go.
let's go. Time for cocktails.
Now, did you check these? These weren't worth more on eBay than what they were selling.
So, Mark, do you see the CD in the lower right-hand corner? It says Power Man 5000. That was $125, and I bought that because I think I can get about $350 for it. So they are spot on sometimes. Both the cassettes and the 8-track are running about $50,
Oh, okay.
which is still amazing for cassettes and 8-tracks. But I couldn't make any money. But that CD in the right-hand corner, I will make money on.
But that lets us know it's been drilled into our brains now. If you go to a thrift store somewhere and you see that ladder on that cassette tape by
Yep.
it.
All right, so that's what I spent at Amoeba, and it's actually quite low.
I will say, I think every store we went to, when you saw the total, I'm like, that's it? Because you got such great deals.
Good wife.
Now, over the 3 days, I bought 213 pieces of music.
Oh,
And that was 100 regular CDs, meaning not Christmas, 95 Christmas CDs, 6 cassettes, and 12 LPs.
And a partridge and a pear tree.
But usually at Amoeba on a normal day, I'll spend anywhere from $500 to $700, and most of it is things to resell. And in this $400, when it's all done, that will turn into probably like $2,000.
good job.
Cassettes and 8-tracks. Now you're talking my language.
I didn't know 8-tracks were back.
All right, here's the key to all of this.
The price sticker.
Yeah. Staci's worth $4. When your partner, your spouse, your significant other, your life partner, your mate, your friend, your neighbor, your sister, whoever you go on this thrifting journey with, when they're driving, you should be listening. So you buy your little lap table. I got my little lap desk on me. I've got my cordless scanner. I got my laptop. Now I luck out because I have a truck where I can plug directly in. That's that big white thing is the plug for the computer. But if you charge a pretty decent computer, it will last you a good 4 or 5 hours. And then I piggyback the Wi-Fi off of my iPad that's sitting next to me.
I have an adapter that plugs in the cigarette lighter that I can plug my laptop
There
into.
you go. And you can piggyback off your iPhone, but when you have both an iPhone and an iPad, because the iPad's a bigger thing, almost pretty much a computer, it's got a bigger brain. The Wi-Fi, when you take it off the iPad for your computer, is so good, I can FaceTime on my computer, which takes a lot of bandwidth. So if you have both, piggyback off your tablet because it'll be better Wi-Fi for your computer. And so when we got home from this trip, it was 80% everything was listed.
Wow.
And
Have
so
you been
because
sold yet? By the time you-
things were selling as we were driving home. Like every record from Record Store Day was sold by the end of the almost Friday night, and I think the last one sold on Saturday. And then this was the day driving home. I don't know which day this was. But everything was getting listed and sold. You see that CD right there?
Yes,
Not the one that says Vampires, the yellow one. That one sold today
cool.
for $45.
That vampire, that's the one we just saw in the case, right? The red cover you bought down in the corner of the case.
What about it?
That's the one you showed us that you just bought. You bought that one. It was in the case with the $50 cassette tape.
No, that's a different one.
Well, that's a different one.
Same color scheme.
Yes, Mark. Go hit Rasputin and Fresno. We couldn't go there because of their days closed. So, Mark, go get those Christmas CDs. And
Did
yeah,
you go
Staci.
She's a badass. Did you go to San Jose, Rasputin?
Yeah, that's where we started in the Bay Area. We start there.
We won't. But do they put more out after Jason's left?
Here's the problem. If you're in the LA area, when Amoeba built their new store, they didn't remember a Christmas. So they've jammed Christmas in this little corner, and there's a ton of it underneath that technically we shouldn't be digging through. And so every day now they're bringing up new stuff, where in the past it was such a big section, it was all out.
Like 30 feet long.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, even probably longer than that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. That's probably 100 feet. Yeah, 100 feet long.
Here's a tip I just thought. Reach out to your friends and relatives and ask, hey, do you have any old Christmas CDs you don't listen to anymore that I can look at, that I can borrow? I'll pay you $1 for them.
Yes, that is a price sticker on Staci. She's $4. The cordless scanner I use is Tara.
Oh, you've named her? How cute.
Oh, well, I did not ask you, Siri.
She was jealous.
Could you repeat
I'm still not asking you. That's weird. So Tara's a really good cordless scanner. I use it all the time. Kim worked. Kevin's wife, Kim, works while I drive on our trips. Yep. So, and here's what's weird, Deb. We did this trip for a lot of times together and just all trips. And one day I thought, well, I'm riding and Staci's driving. I'm like, I should be listening. Like, I'm just sitting here. And, granted, we do have a big truck and there's space for me to put the lap desk and get the scanner and blah, blah, blah. But anybody can do it. You just got to figure out your angles. But yeah, ever since that moment, I'm listening constantly when Staci's driving.
Well, our good friend Lynn Drawley, the queen of auctions, has been doing that for years. She would list out all her son's baseball games.
Yep.
Yeah.
She takes her iSell sheets with her. Now, did you say you use a hotspot for your laptop in the car?
I just piggyback off of the internet connection from my iPad.
But that's on. Okay. Oh yeah. I use my hotspot.
So Pam's got a great question. Are you taking photos or using stock photos? So I said we had 80% listed. The 80% was the things where I didn't need to take photos. I listed on Amazon and Discogs. The 20% was the eBay stuff. Now, if I had more time in the passenger seat, I would have started taking photos. But it worked out pretty perfectly that we got home and then I did the photos at home for the eBay stuff.
So bring a little white foam cord so you can lay it on your lap, put the CD on it, and take a picture.
I have no idea what model Tara, Brian, but if you ask me later, I can show you the link from Amazon where I bought it. Yeah, apparently Siri wants to talk to Tara.
Look at Mark.
Hi, Tara the scanner.
I forgot to log in, so I can't click up comments. But I love what Mark Peatston said. He posted on the Neighbors app and bought stuff from people. Because
I take pics in the car with your phone. I'm not even sure what the question would be there, Lisa. I got my little lap table. I would just move the computer out of the way, set the CD on the table, take a picture of it. Easy peasy. No, because CDs are easy. They're small. They're square. That's why I love teaching you guys CDs. If we had a pair of jeans, we couldn't do this on the fly. It'd be tricky.
Maybe.
I'd be in the back seat holding them up, trying to take pictures.
I take a picture,
Stacy
like a
swerving.
selfie behind me with just jeans in it. Yeah.
Well, hello, Wings Deluxe. Welcome.
Well, hello, Germany. What tips for eBay beginners? Okay, here's my best tip for an eBay beginner. Start with some clothing in your own closet or dresser. Find a pair of jeans you don't wear anymore. Find a fun t-shirt, button-down Hawaiian shirt, and get your feet wet with something that there is no monetary value involved beyond what you've already paid. You've worn it, you used it. They don't fit no more. They're not in style anymore. Because don't forget, what's not in style to you is in style to somebody in like Jug County, Ohio.
Yep.
That's where I'm from. But start there and start with clothes, because the other reason you start with clothes is when you go to ship clothes, they don't break.
That's what Angelique just said.
Yeah, that's why I don't have you start with chandeliers. They
Yeah.
break.
I have one sitting in the garage.
No, I don't take pictures on the hood, just right on my lap desk.
And also join the thrifting board on Facebook.
Yeah,
Tons of tips.
absolutely.
That's Jason's free group, and there's tons of tips in there. And when you find something you're not sure, what do I call this? Post a picture, and within probably a minute, you'll have an answer.
Here, I'll get the link to the thrifting board. So hold on, and I'm copying this one. So no misspellings. Go away. Go
Hey, aren't
away.
you 50 now? You're allowed a few mistakes once in a
I'm
while.
about to be 51, Deb.
That's right.
Do
My
not start with skis. Yes, do not start with water skis or TV VCR combos.
Oh, no.
All right, now the other thing I want to point out, the reason I had Staci take this lovely photo of me, is I've been doing this for 22 years. I'm an expert. My head is filled with more knowledge than anyone can ever comprehend in terms of music, and I still scan all day long because there is more music than I'll ever know about. And so I scan. I teach you in the courses how to scan. And it's not just now, a lot of stuff I can just pull, but a lot of stuff I scan. Staci watches me scan all day.
Mhm.
Plus, I
It's
taught
just-
her how to scan and read it. And so once you teach your partner how to scan, can Bill scan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then sometimes what we did the other day is I gave him the things I couldn't scan. So he looked up the titles for me on eBay and Discogs because I was scanning along. So yeah, he scans and I used the Discog app for the first time to scan with.
Nice.
That's cool.
The only problem with that app is it is so tiny to touch the thing to get the scanner up. It is
Yeah.
so tiny. Like they didn't reprogram their app for bigger phones. And it's like, let's get this little tiny thing to tap.
Yeah. Maybe they think you're on a big iPad or something.
All right. So one of our nights, we went to Zombie Village after thrifting all day. Zombie Village is a tiki bar in San Fran. And they have on one side of the bar, it's just standing room. You can sit at the bar, and then they have little bamboo booths. And we never sat in there. And they took us in one that was kind of hidden. We even know it was there.
It was like
I
down
remember
this, as you can see, it's like that. It's an alcove, but it's down this little hall. Not even a hallway, just like a what do you call it? A little
Alleyway. Because all the other booths are right there. Like as you're walking through the bar, you just walk into the booth. This one was hidden.
like set behind.
And I'd never seen it before. I'm like, ooh, I like this little hidden with my honey little special time. They and 3 black velvet paintings.
Yes.
And there's
Nice.
Staci at the other end, so you can see how long it is to get back to this little hidden one.
You didn't have claustrophobia back there? I don't
No,
know.
no, it was perfect. And then amazing cocktails. And there they are. I never have gotten a paper cut from a CD ever. Do I scan with eBay? Nope. I scan with Amazon. I really go into details about that in my courses, Mark. eBay scanning is a waste of time. Hey, I don't have sausage fingers. I just got a big, no. Yeah, I fit. And funny enough, it was perfect for the 2 of us, but it's made for 4. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, we walked
no
in and they
way.
had 4 menus sitting on a table that was really only you could maybe fit 4 drinks on the table, but it wasn't even like if 4 people were sitting there, the table wouldn't have covered.
It would have
all
been like
4 of
this.
you.
in
Yeah,
the-
it was weird.
on either side. I'm like, that's not fun.
That had to be a fire.
Or
And then-
petite, tiny little people.
Linda loves Zombie Village, and Linda picked me up a mug from there. So thank you, Linda. You're the best. So if you get to San Francisco, check out Zombie Village. Now we do have another. And now it's time for Close Encounters of the Thrifty Kind. And I didn't take enough pictures, Deb. This is the only picture I took. So for those of you who are not frequent bar goers or tiki bar goers, every December, certain tiki bars around the country get transformed into a Christmas tiki bar, and it's called Sip and Santa. Debbie was at one last night, matter of fact, up in Sacramento. And we went to the one in San Francisco. And this is the only picture I took, but the Thrifty encounter was, you know, when you watch Saturday Night Live and Cicely Strong does the character, the drunk girl at the party you don't want to talk to. Well, we had the luck of being next to the drunk girl at the bar you don't want to talk to. So in San Francisco, you have to show you've been vaccinated. So Staci forgot her phone. She ran back to the car to get it. I'm just standing next to the bouncer waiting. And the bouncer's wearing a normal jacket and black slacks. And this drunk girl goes, "Oh my God, I love your outfit." And I said to myself, thank God they're leaving, because they had just walked out.
Oh.
So Stace comes back. We go inside. We find 2 seats at the bar. And guess who's right next to us? Drunk girl and her friends.
I would say it was more like right on top of us than right next to us.
Because, Deb, there were 0 people dancing in the bar except drunk girl, who decided to dance into Staci over and over.
She must be my sister from another mother. When we were in Nashville, we were at this place called the Loser Bar. The sign said don't dance. I was like, I can't read. I was the only girl dancing.
And there was one point where she says to the bartender, "I want another cocktail." And he's like, "I'll give you water." And then I go to the bathroom and Staci witnesses this.
So we're sitting at the bar. So she's keeps bumping into me behind me, and where we're sitting also is one open stool where folks are coming up to order drinks. So there's a guy behind me that just ordered a drink, and then next thing I hear him say is like, "Well, thank you, but I'm gay. But have fun and be safe."
Good answer.
And the $1 million question is, was he really gay?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was such a good line.
Or had he seen her and been like,
he's like, this should do the trick, even though she still did try to talk to him a little bit. But yeah.
And for some people, it wouldn't matter that he was gay. You know,
No, but it did work. So
good.
all right, now we're going to show you something magical. When in the San Fran area, go over to Berkeley and go to a little restaurant called Betty's Ocean View Diner. There is no view of the ocean. I don't understand the name.
And I'm not sure if there's even a Betty.
They're nowhere near water.
No.
Well, Berkeley's kind of by water.
Not where this is.
Well,
When you say ocean view, you expect to see some water. Nope.
Maybe after you've had enough Mai Tais, then you think you see the water.
There's no Mai Tais at this breakfast joint.
Oh, I give up.
But this is a souffle pancake.
Ooh. Is that raspberry?
No, that is cranberries and pears. I usually get the rum butter, rum banana. Is that what it is?
Something like that.
But when I saw cranberries and pears, I'm like, I'm interested. And it was delicious.
Betty's, no Ocean View, Bill. We're going to go there.
Betty's Ocean View Diner.
And they were really busy. Usually they say allow 20 minutes to make this. This took, I think, almost 45 minutes for us to get.
Yep.
Is it just breakfast? I mean, does it close at like 2 p.m.?
They have lunch too.
They have lunch too, but they don't even start serving lunch, I think, till like 11. So, some places you can get either one right away, but yeah, they very small kitchen and actually a pretty small place too. So, but it's good.
This is the funniest picture we took all weekend because mom gave her daughter, I'm guessing her name was Holly, a Christmas present one year, and apparently Holly didn't like it. Since now it's at Amoeba Records in the budget bin for $3.99.
Did she even open it?
No, it's sealed. To Hal, love mom, and now it's at Amoeba Records. Meaning for $4, meaning Holly got a quarter or 50 cents for it.
Sorry, Mom.
Apparently, mom doesn't know her daughter. I'm guessing it's Holly, so we're gonna go with that. But I'm like,
Mom loves Elvis. Holly loves.
you know what? I should have just bought it and put it on display because that's hilarious. Oh, 3:18 a.m. Well, cheers to you. Thank you.
Ooh, don't spill.
I almost spilled. Cheers to you. Thank you for tuning in.
Subscribe and hit that little bell, and because we're here every Thursday night, and Jason does a Sunday show with his mom too.
Yes,
Yeah,
an autographed Elvis CD. Do any store owners get upset with you scanning? What we can't impress based on the few pictures we took. These stores are huge. No one even pays attention to us. Most of them are gigantic, but the ones that are small, no one cares. I spend $500. They're very happy to see me walk through the door.
And honestly, like me not being a hardened thrifter like some of you folks out there in thrifting land, I already have like my script ready in case anyone asks me. It's like, I'm just checking to see if it's worth me buying here, if I should buy it online.
Yeah.
If you have a better deal, I'll buy it. So
I would say
I've never had to say it, but that's my
they don't
that
care.
will be my go-to if I ever
I'm
get
checking the reviews to see if I would like it. It's another good one.
Hey Rob, how are you?
Oh, no notifications. Well, just put us on your calendar. I have an alert in my phone for every night for Thursdays and Sundays for the times.
And then we had another thrifting encounter with these two. So this Rasputin is real near where Debbie and Bill live. So it's always easy to pop down and see us. Plus, I had something to pick up from Debbie, which someone said, hey, how's it look? I go, we haven't opened it yet. We've been so busy listing stuff and selling stuff. We've had an amazing week already. So it's one of those things where I do have to open it, but, getting the Christmas stuff listed is way more important in this moment because that window is going to close. And so once all Christmas stuff gets entered, then I'll open it up and share it with the world.
And I will feel better because it was opened and then it was resealed by the people we bought it from. And it's been sitting in our guest room for 2 years now. And I thought, oh gosh, I hope a mouse didn't get in there.
So again, speaking of the weather, there's me wearing a t-shirt and shorts in Northern California. And I'll tell you, I brought this dress to wear one of the nights, and every night it was too warm. So I was like, I'll be too warm if I wear this thing. But here it's cooler and I'm very comfortable.
That's why we live here and we pay the bucks to live here.
All right. So on the day we saw Deb, we had to drive out up to Pleasant Hill. We started in Berkeley, and then again, we wanted to be the first into Smuggler's Cove, which is one of the premier rum tiki bars in the world. And as you can see, we are 1 and 2 in line.
Now I have to ask, were the member holders on the other side of the line there too? Because when we were fifth in line one time, but there were 20 of their members. But
only 2 showed up.
Okay.
It's something of the Cove is what they're. So if you drink a lot of rum, you get to have cuts.
VIP access.
Yeah. So two of those people showed up, but there was only 2. So and the main bar only seats
4. 8.
Yeah. And so we wanted to sit at the bar because Steve's our bartender. We love Steve. We haven't seen Steve in a while. So we had a great time. We were going to go elsewhere, but we had so much fun with Steve. Mm-hmm. We just stayed there the whole time.
Those 2 actually took the 2 chairs that we were planning on sitting in, but besides that.
This is okay. So of all the tiki, people always ask me favorite tiki bar, favorite this, favorite that. Of all the tiki bars in the world, Deb, of all the drinks, and we have tested so many.
I'm going to write it down.
This is the rum barrel at Smuggler's Cove. It crushes all other drinks.
I would say probably the only one that gives it maybe a run for its money is the grandfather barrel at Mai Tai. The Mai Tai.
It does. But this one is so secretive. Martin, our friend who owns this bar, wrote a cocktail book and got a James Beard Award. This is the only recipe he doesn't share. He puts in the book and then stamps secret over top of the recipes. The only one he doesn't share. And I've been thinking about it for a year, and it is as good as I remember it. It's so perfect. So again, San Francisco, great bars, Smuggler's Cove, rum barrel. You will not be disappointed.
And just so you know, Napa has a new tiki bar called Wilfred's Lounge, and we've been there, and it's great.
Unfortunately, when you're CD shopping and tiki bar hopping, there is no time for nude beaches.
Wait a minute. I would have made time.
Now she finds out. Is this part of a Star Wars movie?
No. So that's why I took the picture. So we ended the Sunday night hanging out at tiki bars, and then Monday we had to get home, and so we were up at 5:30.
Well, we went to bed.
We went to bed at 9:30. So after 4 days of fun and drinking and working, 9:30 we were done.
So at 5 o'clock we were wide awake. 5, yeah.
So we got on the road early to get home. So we were home and from San Francisco to Vegas by around 2 o'clock. And the sun started to rise because we left in the dark. And this is Debbie. This is all the cars of people coming back to San Fran after the holiday weekend. Not many cars on our side.
I think those people were going to work.
Oh,
So it was Monday.
That too. But yeah, look at that sunrise.
That's why we fly to Vegas now. Or we take the back roads. We don't go that way anymore. We come the other way around through Reno.
Yes, it is the I-5. So look, it can be done. Stace was never annoyed once of spending too much time flipping through CDs.
What?
Were you?
She was annoyed? Tell us.
The whole time.
Oh, my bad.
She was annoyed the whole time.
I really, well, because here, for those of you who follow me, as you know, I dig like garage sales and flea markets because you can't be at any one place too long. So it's like in and out and you're to the next house or to the next booth or whatever. So this trip is kind of like that because you don't really have too much time to spend in any one particular spot because you only have so much time and you got to. So yeah, so there was really, I think the most time we spent was probably at Amoeba, right?
Yes.
But I like Amoeba because it's big and I find good stuff and I sit on the floor and go through all the things that he can't see. So I don't think I was annoyed. There was maybe one time where I was sending the vibe of like, okay, we're good, but that's it.
And to those of you who don't have a life mate, a partner, a spouse yet, if you can work it out, marry someone the opposite height as you, because it really helps. Now my hips are shot. I've had back issues. I just sold something for $50. Oh, Trader Sam's.
Cool.
For her to do the ground stuff because she's short, the CDs underneath, and me to do all the stuff up top, it really helps when you're with someone the opposite height of you. So that's a tip. It's a tough tip to pull off, but if you have not gained a significant life partner yet, look for one the opposite height of you.
And make sure they're flexible because I'm the same height as Stacy. And if I get down on the floor, I'll still be there.
Someone asked me about getting down to the lower shelves when Stacy isn't with me. And I've got to have that feeling that there's some amazing gold down there because I just can't get down there anymore and stay down there for a long time. So if Stacy ain't with me, I just go and keep walking.
Take a picture. If it's the titles are showing, just take a picture, enlarge your phone and tell her, oh, I need that one and that one. Did you see Todd Westbrook's comment?
Yeah, up to.
Oh, Elisa's ready to mingle. Nice.
I always love when you find something way out, like so you're in an older community and you find a punk CD and you're like, how'd that get here? Well,
let's think about it. I'm over 55 and I could have a punk CD.
I mean, we went to a punk show last night.
Not that weird.
Was that last night?
Tuesday.
2 nights ago.
What day is it? Tuesday night.
Yeah, we saw the Voodoo Glow Skulls on Tuesday night. So that's true. You're over that age.
And you're close.
Oh yeah, it is a plus being short. Look, the world is not built for tall people. It truly isn't. So if someone in your life is on the shorter side, it really is helpful.
Except for when you want the cereal, that's the box that's on the very top of the shelf and you can't reach it.
Yeah, I climb like a monkey at a grocery store sometimes.
I find something long.
Yep. Like even here at the house, like today I had to get napkins that we keep up above the stove. So I have my spatula that I grab and I just wing it down.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking we should have tongs for that. Really?
Yeah, like those little grabbies. That's a good idea.
All right. So as you can see, it can be done. You mix work with pleasure, and pleasure does not have to be a tiki bar. It is our pleasure, but you figure out what your pleasure is, what your significant other's pleasure is, and you work that in. That way, there's a goal at the end of every day. It could be their favorite restaurant, their favorite kind of food, but wherever you're headed, find, so if they're a burger aficionado, find the most kick-ass burger joint where you're going to source that night. So there's this goal. There's this end of the road goal. I see the light. We're coming. We're 15 minutes before the store closes, then we're off to the greatest burger ever or the best rum barrel ever.
I think a massage and spa might be a good goal too one night.
I need a pedicure bad.
I am not a massage guy. I do not like.
No,
that.
it's for her. It's for the partner.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's for me.
I know.
So now this was Christmas. So now you can pre-plan for next year. But then throughout the year, people can still do this, right? I mean, they could find some.
Oh, absolutely. And to go back to this, I see. Just selling more stuff.
Cool.
I see a lot of people complain. They complain about me because they say I'm teaching my own competition. And I say, I don't give a shit. because there's 1,400 still in existence record stores in the United States today. I can't get to all of them. So you all might as well get to the ones I'm not near. And the ones that I don't live near, like LA and San Francisco, when I get to your town and I find good stuff, you're not doing your job.
Shame on you.
Paul Rasmussen. Come on, Paul. I always pull good stuff out of LA. I need you. Paul's told me, he goes, yeah, I don't get up to LA. It's not that far. Get up there. Middle of the day, the traffic ain't that bad. But there's good stuff everywhere. There are more customers than I can ever satisfy. So I want to be part of your journey for you to make more money and to join in the fun of flipping CDs. So again, I think I have it spelled correctly. I hope. The link's in the chat. If you're watching after the fact, the link is down below. If you've got any questions, hit me up. I'm happy to help. But I don't mind training my own competition because I don't see you guys as competition. I see us all as co-workers and as a rising tide rises all boats. So,
and I actually stood next to Jason a couple of years ago in one of the record stores, and I had an Elvis Christmas. He goes, "That's not what I think." I said, "Really? It's $25." So I taught him.
Yes, you did.
And if you come across anything, Hawaiian, Tiki's, clothes, anything, Jason's always got his phone, and I ask him all the time, "Is this Tiki?" And he tells me, "Go back to the class. Yes, it's Tiki."
Whoa.
And then sometimes he'll say, "I need that. I will buy it from you."
Oh yeah, yeah. If you find music and or Tiki things that I want, you don't have to go waste your time listening online. I'll buy it directly from you. So whoa, wait a minute. There are jigsaw puzzle stores.
That's what I was wondering.
Like more than one. There's whole stores in multiple places of just jigsaw puzzles.
They're called just puzzles.
Hi, do you have anything else besides puzzles?
Puzzles are us. Maybe they're toy stores.
Yep. As Tammy said, more good sellers online equals more people feeling good about shopping online.
Yeah.
Last year, COVID, best year I've ever had in 21 years of selling. My goal for myself was I want to be 10% above this year. 1 month ago, I am 21 or 22% above for the whole year. But I'm hustling hard. And I love what I do. I work my ass off. But as you can see, I work fun into the day. And so I don't mind working for 10, 11 straight hours because I know there's a rum barrel at the end of that day, or Disneyland, fun time with my honey, riding rides and being silly. So you got to work that fun in. That's part of it. You have to work the fun in. But man, working for yourself is awesome. And I work harder than I've ever worked in my life. I love every minute of it. And you're all part of that every minute of it. I love seeing you guys succeed. What was that?
I like to put a plug in for the Secret Beach because there's past webinars and typhoons and surf reports and things that are all in there. Even if you join today, you get to go back to day one and watch everything that's been put in there and recorded.
Yeah, thanks, Deb. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yes, if there is a deal for the Secret Beach. We are at 5 years and 1 month. There are 61 Jason webinars, 61 guest webinars, new ones every single month. And so, like a show you're going to start binge watching, there is so much content to take your business to the next level that you can watch over and over at your leisure. And we do all kinds of other fun stuff. I got to plan our next house. We're going to have a Christmas party in January. We're just all so busy. I don't have time to get it together, but we will have a Christmas party in the Secret Beach in January.
Now we do cocktail Zooms. And we've been on 2 cruises. Once everything gets going again, we can go on another cruise together. Yep. That was a blast. We taught classes on the ship during the cruise.
All right. Any other questions for our lovely guest tonight?
Oh, I will tell you the one thing I hated. Traffic in San Francisco.
There was no traffic in San Francisco.
What?
No,
like in San Francisco when we were trying to get to the bars and stuff.
That wasn't traffic at all.
Trying to park is a nightmare.
Yeah. Parking.
I've been there when there's traffic. That was not traffic.
My definition of traffic is what we witnessed and experienced. And I will drive anywhere. I told him that if I had been driving, I would have just gotten out of the car and left it.
The thing with San Francisco, like a lot of major cities, you got to circle the block a few times to figure out where you're going to park. So it takes a little while. Things we don't have to do in Vegas.
Step over a few people sleeping on the sidewalks and different little things.
See, I love driving in San Fran. I'd rather drive in San Fran than Boston or New York for that matter.
I would drive in none of those places. That's why they have public transportation.
I was going to say, that's what that's for. Seattle, driving in Seattle freeways up through Washington. Oh my gosh.
Now, if we had been in my car, I probably could have handled it. But that truck, no way.
Oh, cool.
Yes, Blue Hawaii can fit in the San Francisco parking spots. He's got to work it a little bit.
It was I was working up a sweat just witnessing him trying to park.
Oh.
Yeah, as John said, even people who've been at the Secret Beach, like John for quite a while, sometimes you miss a month, like you just weren't around that night of the webinar, and you go back and like, oh man, I missed a whole Ralph Lauren webinar.
Yeah.
And the great thing is, not every webinar is content specific, meaning not every webinar is about buying CDs and Ralph Lauren. Next month, we're going to talk about shipping art. So it's not going to be anything about things to buy. It's going to be how to ship art. And this month, webinar for Christmas, how big are your balls? That's the title for the webinar, the Secret Beach in December.
And there's one on spreadsheets, how to use Google spreadsheets.
Yep.
And there's just everything. I mean, it's awesome.
See, I know Atlanta's horrible, but Atlanta doesn't even bother me. I'm pretty good at driving around Atlanta.
How about Chicago? I've never been to Chicago.
Chicago's fine. Boston is freaking horrible.
Oh.
Well, I lived in Boston for a year, but I didn't have a car. But Boston doesn't bother me as much. San Francisco, it was the hills, and it was dark, and
Ew.
And I know San Fran pretty well. So when I'm driving around,
that's
it's
right,
not foreign to me. It's very much, I'm here at least once a year, sometimes multiple times a year. I know the city. All right. So if you haven't signed up yet, go sign up. We'll have the deal through the end of the week. $99, $99.99 for flipping CDs 1 and 2. It's over 6 hours of content. You buy one good CD, it's paid for it. That's it. I don't charge a ton. One good CD pays for 2 classes worth of content. And then from that point on, it's just free money for you. I mean, if Stace wasn't with me, but she had this knowledge that she has now, she could do it on the side.
Yeah.
You got a skill set.
She does. Tina and Janet, reach out to me because I need your address so I can send you your free stuff. Go check out our friend Lynn's Couch Potato Jewelry Boutique on Facebook.
Awesome. All right, buddy. Thank you very much. I'll be around all weekend, which is very rare. So Secret Beachcombers, you know your homework. Go do it this weekend. I'll be around to help any of you if you need it. And if anyone's got any questions about sign up for any of the classes, the full Monty, anything like that, hit me up. I'm around the entire weekend, which is such a rarity. But we're home. I'm working. I'll be at this desk for all weekend. So hit me up if you need anything from me. Good to see you, Deb, both in person and virtually.
Awesome.
And good to see you all online on the show. And then those who watch after, love you too.
Yes.
Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe. Where's my little subscribe thingy?
And don't forget, Sunday is the show with his mom.
Yep. Give Debbie a big old thumbs up. Give Stacy a big old thumbs up. And we'll be listing on Etsy on Sunday.
Yay!
So be ready. For those of you who are Etsy deficient, let's get you there. All right. And with that,
thank you. Happy Hanukkah.
stand up, babe. Happy Hanukkah. Yay. Merry Christmas. Happy Max Rebo.
Mele Kalikimaka.
And we're out of here. See ya.